used to be. I once was blind, but now I see. No longer looking over my shoulder, trying to find my way back. No, 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 no longer looking over my shoulder, trying to find my way back. I'm walking in my destiny.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for watching and tuning in and coming out to Walking in Your Destiny Christian Talk Show. We have an awesome show planned for you today. We have here in our studio audience the amazing Tommy Arnez, hair designer and author of Image in the Mirror. He's here today and he's going to raise our presence and also answer our questions, and we're going to chop it up with him about his amazing book. And also we have DJ Holmes going to be ministering his new CD. So we have a phenomenal show planned for you all. So before we go to our commercial break, I want y'all to sit back, get relaxed, keep it real, because we about to keep it real with y'all, especially about this hair. We'll be right back.
African American hair comes in so many different textures. It's like a fingerprint, because you inherit your hair from your parents. One of your parents may, let's say for example, if one of your parents is mixed with another race, so you're going to inherit that hair texture.
Cause the woman of my dreams, it's not as easy as it seems. She know God, but I've been looking for you, baby. Can't wait to become a teen. Where you at, baby?
Getting closer every day, conscious of every hour. And when Satan bring that heat, I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on.
We are having a blast at the Walking in Your Destiny Christian Talk Show. I'm the host, Shawna Whitehead. And if you happen to be living in the Milwaukee area, or if you happen to be visiting the Milwaukee area and would like to be a part of our live studio audience, it is so easy. Give us a call at 1-866-277-3519. Again, 1-866-277-3519. We would love to have you there. And remember to keep it real with yourself. Y'all, that's real talk. Back to Walking in Your Destiny Christian Talk Show, and we're still talking about hair, and the person that we're going to bring out again to brace our couch is Tommy Arnez with his new book, Image in the Mirror. So come on out here, Tommy. Hey, Tommy. You look nice. You all fly and stuff. So come on over here, have a seat. We were just blown away that you were on our show last week, and everything that you had told us about our hair. I mean, I'm even looking at my hair differently because I learned so much. So we had to have you come back on the show and continue to talk about your book, Image in the Mirror. Now, you see me looking at it because I don't want to tear it up because I got yelled at from my producer, but I'm just saying. So I'm so excited about having you back. So let's just dive on in. What'd you say? I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
It's my pleasure.
Well, that's wonderful. So we're going to dive on in, and this time we're going to give the studio audience an opportunity to ask you questions because people were buzzing about you last week. I mean, you was on point, and I mean, we just learned a lot, so we want to continue to learn. So getting back into your book, Image in the Mirror, I know in chapter 3 you were talking about healthy hair, and even last week you elaborated on healthy hair, and you had us thrown to the floor. I mean, you know, I was all like this, what? Can you give us some more tips on how to determine if African American hair is healthy or not? I know you said that with African American hair, it's hard to, because it's not shining, it's hard to see through if it's healthy. So can you help us a little bit more on what you had said last week and help us get a better understanding?
Sure. When it comes to African American hair in particular, it's important that they seek professional advice. Depending on the texture of hair, and as I indicated that African American hair comes in all different textures, whether the hair is wavy, straight, curly, or excessively curly, and a lot of it is based on genetics. Okay, and you inherit your hair from your parents. So how you determine what condition the hair is in is based on the elasticity of the hair, whether or not the hair stretch well, if the hair breaks easy, if the hair, when you're combing it, if it snaps, things like that. So when you're looking for it, you have to understand the diameter of the hair, the texture. And what I mean by diameter, I'm talking about whether the hair is fine, medium, or coarse. Okay. One of the big mistakes that most people make about African American hair is that when they see hair that's textured in its natural state, they assume that the hair is thick. So what you have to look at is the diameter of the hair.
Oh, wow.
If the hair is fine and is tightly curled, that is the most fragile hair of all.
Okay, wait now. What you mean, like curl, like your kind of curl? Like
it can be curlier like mine or even tighter.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and when you pull the hair strand out, if it's very, very thin and fine, that is the most fragile hair of all the hair types.
Oh, wow.
And what happens is when a person, let's say if a person gets a relaxer and the hair is extremely, extremely tight, the hair that's going to break is when you pull the curl loose, you can actually see the thinness. And what happens is when you relax the hair, if a person get a relaxer, and you'll find that oftentimes that when it's ready to get a retouch on the relaxer, the hair breaks very easy. That's because you're fighting against those two different textures.
Oh, wow.
So you have the hair that's at the scalp and the new hair. Now, in order to understand exactly how the hair works is that there are some types of hair that's African American should not receive a relaxer.
And what type of hair is that? I mean,
it's the hair that's very, very tightly curled like a coil, and it's very, very thin. That hair breaks extremely easy.
So when you mean very, very curly and thin, like is it mixture hair? Like if a person is mixed, or is it hair like mine? I'm Jamaican and black, and so I have very coarse, tight curled hair. Well, it changed now because I dyed my hair, so it did a different kind of texture towards my hair because I don't have a perm. But so is that mean thin, or I mean what you were just saying is, does that mean that I couldn't get a perm or something like that?
Well, no, not necessarily. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
I gave this example last time. If you think about thread, it's very thin. If you think about yarn, that has a little bit heavier texture. If you think about a rope, that's larger. So the diameter of the hair is what you look for. If the diameter of the hair is very, very thin and it's excessively curly, that's very fragile hair. If the diameter is curly and it has a medium texture, it has more flexibility. If the diameter is curly and it has a thicker diameter, that means the hair is even stronger. So that's what you look for when you're looking at it, because you have to understand you're pulling the strand out. And the hair that is actually excessively curly and is very thin, that hair snaps very easy.
Oh, wow.
So African American hair comes in so many different textures. It's like a fingerprint, because you inherit your hair from your parents. One of your parents may, let's say for example, if one of your parents is mixed with another race, so you're going to inherit that hair texture. If you're true African, True African hair is probably the most tight of hair of all. In this country, you don't have true Africans because of the mixing of the races where you get those different textures. So that's what I'm talking about, the various different textures. You have to understand that if the hair is very, very thin and it tightly curled, that's the hair that breaks. Now, then you have another texture where somebody is probably mixed with another race. There's a different type of texture there. So hair comes in so many range of textures, and that's why it's important for the person to go get professional advice from a professional. Wow. Before they even start working with chemicals or anything like that.
And that's really good, because that's how so many people hair is damaged, and a lot of times people hair is damaged and it didn't have to be damaged, because we are told, like you said last week, that it's a myth. A lot of times they say if you have curly hair or thick hair, that's bad hair, but if you have fine and silky hair, that's good hair. And as you just clarified to us, that's not always true, correct?
It's just a different texture. That's all it is. It's about texture.
Wow. Now, I just want to go to your chapter 4 in your book, Image in the Mirror. And you said image is everything. Why in today's society that we tend to put so much focus on hair? Like, people have beautiful hair, whether you're Caucasian, Asian, or whatever nationality God has had you, have you to be. And why is it so that we as African American, I can only speak for them because I'm African American, why is it so emphasis that we, instead of us wearing our own hair, why we don't want to wear our own hair? Why is it so important to always wear fake hair instead of just getting in there and doing our hair, versus pressing it like we did when we were coming up, our parents did with us when we were coming up? I mean, can you help us on that?
Sure, exactly. Society has really caused people to look that way. Corporate America, years ago, corporate America only wanted your hair straight. Nowadays, you're finding that's starting to change.
Right.
And what happens is a lot of women are now starting to embrace their natural texture.
Yes.
It's okay if you wear your hair natural texture. You have to understand how to work with it. And I think one of the main reasons why so many people are changing is because when you look at the media, when you look at TV, Hollywood, they set precedents as far as what's going on. You see women with long flowing hair. Some of the hair is maybe weave or a wig. And so what they see on the TV is what they want, the image they want to capture, rather than embracing their own unique texture.
That's right.
Is it wrong to change your natural texture? The way I look at it is I call it options. When you relax your hair, or if you perm your hair, when I say perm, I'm talking about curly perm. If you color your hair, that's an option.
Right.
Those are things that you do because you want to do it, not because someone else is doing it.
Right.
To embrace your own texture, to embrace your own hair, it's important to understand how your natural hair works and to get professional advice. Because if you're having a problem with your own texture, it's important to find an expert that will help you to embrace and wear your own texture.
And I just love talking to you because you are so knowledgeable. But unfortunately, at this time, we have to go to a commercial break. So when we get back, we will continue to talk to Tommy about Image in the Mirror. Be right back after these messages. Yeah, you are I could just talk to you all night.
To the woman of my dreams, it's not as easy as it seems. She know God, but I've been looking for you, baby. Can't wait to become a team. Where you at, baby?
Getting closer every day, conscious of every hour. And when Satan bring that heat, I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on.
Hello, my name is Dr. Pamela Thomas King, and I'm the medical director here at the Pain Management and Treatment Center in the Milwaukee area. I treat many patients in the Milwaukee area, and I've been treating patients for the last 17 years. I'd like to personally thank Walking in Your Destiny Christian Talk Show with Shawna Whitehead for honoring me here today as Person of the Month.
The Image in the Mirror is a book that I authored, and it was published in April 17th of 2012. This book is a book about not only about hair, texture, it's about individuals, their uniqueness, that God has blessed them, and to be able to understand the difference with their various different textures. And also it covers how well to maintain it, But most important is to embrace and understand that your unique texture of hair that God has given you. This book means a lot because I've spent over 30 years doing research, and I've learned to identify and understand how to deal with all types and textures of hair. And in my line of work, I have traveled intensively with a product company as an international artist, and learning and understanding how to work with all types of textures of hair. And so with all of the research and the knowledge that I've received over the years, I like to present to you Image in the Mirror, which I believe that is going to be a blessing when you read it, and you're going to gain insight on who you are and the uniqueness that God has given you. Thank you.
We are having a blast at the Walking in Your Destiny Christian Talk Show. I'm the host, Shawna Whitehead. And if you happen to be living in the Milwaukee area, or if you happen to be visiting the Milwaukee area and would like to be a part of our live studio audience, it is so easy. Give us a call at 1-866-277-3519. Again, 1-866-277-3519. We would love to have you there. And remember to keep it real with yourself. Y'all, that's real talk. Welcome back to Walking in Your Destiny Christian Talk Show. And I'm still talking to a beautiful friend, Tommy Arnez, author of Image in the Mirror. And y'all, if you haven't been watching the show, you need to really keep your eyes fixed on it, because this man here is phenomenal with his knowledge, and he's really been helping us to understand hair, the different textures, and I'm just so glad that you're on the show, because I have truly been learning a lot. So I still have one more other question for you before we bring up our studio audience. Some of them are going to be able to ask Tommy Arnez some questions regarding his book and different questions regarding hair. So one more other thing, Tommy, what inspired you to write this book?
Now, that's an excellent question.
Thank you.
It was something that I always wanted to do for years. And it wasn't until one day I was working on a client of mine. In fact, that's the person I'm having a conversation with, Lisa Hightower.
Oh, okay.
And she had asked me, she said, have you ever thought about writing a book because you have so much knowledge?
Yeah.
And she said, when I come to you. And I said, yes, I have. I said, I've already started. I said, but I don't really know quite how to go about starting this. And so she said, let's work together on it. So the collaboration of Lisa, my wife, and Melva Henderson, she is the one that I got me to help me get the book published.
I love Pastor Melva. That's my friend.
Oh yeah, she's a great.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
So through the collaboration of coming together and to make this happen, so now it's into fruition.
I mean, I just thank God for you being obedient. I mean, really people, y'all really need to get this book. It's amazing. And I just want to say something else. Your wife is so beautiful. Her name Desiree. I mean, that's a beautiful black woman. And the thing about her, let me break it down. She uses her own hair. Her hair is so healthy. I've been knowing them for a long time, correct? And every time I would see her, I'd be like, wow, is that a wig? And one day I came up to her, for real. Her hair is beautiful. And one day I came up to her and she was like, no, my husband do my hair. And that's how I found out that you have a salon and everything. So, I mean, sometimes I know people don't want to always pay the money, but you get what you pay for. And so if you want that healthy look, and if you want to have that hair that is going to grow and just be healthy, because God wants us to be healthy in and out, not bald and all that other stuff. And I purposely do my hair, but I'm just saying, he wants us to be healthy in and out, okay? So
you know, there's a shout out in the book. I actually said that she's the glue that keep me together.
That's real talk, boo. And they say, when you see a good man, you see a beautiful woman right by him, and his wife is amazing. So I just wanted to say that, and Des, I just love you, so beautiful. So again, I'm going to give our studio audience a chance to ask you questions. Now, y'all, okay. Tommy loves to engage, so the first person can go up to the mic.
Okay, and I'll stand up.
And he will stand up.
Hello, hi. I guess I would like to ask, as far as straightening and applying heat to your hair, how often can you do that a week?
That's a very good question. Depending on the type of your hair, the type of hair you have, and the texture of the hair, if you're very active and you're working out and you're perspiring, it's important that you shampoo your hair every day if it's possible. If you're very good with your hair, there's a number of different things you can do as far as how often you use it. Here again, it depends on how well you can work with it. If you just a regular routine, you can do it shampoo and condition at least once a week. But if you're very active, you want to do it more often. But however, what you want to do is change up your routine. Don't do the same thing. Don't use a blow dryer all the time. Don't use heat all the time. Sometimes allow your hair to dry naturally. If your hair is relaxed, then you could perhaps wrap your hair or set your hair on rollers. If your hair is natural, give it a break. Sometime we're in this natural texture. There's a lot of different things you can do with the natural, but at least once a week. And then once you straighten the hair out after it's in its natural state, only use the flat iron once a week. You can get away by using pin curls. You can get away by wrapping your hair, sleeping on a satin pillowcase. Sleeping on a satin pillowcase is much better for your hair than cotton anyway, because cotton dries the hair out. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, did I answer your question?
It did.
All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Oregon, and there's a multi-billion-dollar industry in hair, and I believe that women, we spend a lot of money on our hair because we understand that, the outer beauty does make a difference. It's almost like this Barbie mentality. As long as we can get closer and closer looking like Barbie, that makes us feel beautiful. But in your book, you have a chapter on how important it is to focus on inner beauty, which is a beauty that we can all attain to that doesn't cost money. How do you make that distinction?
Now that's excellent, because there's a chapter in the book where I talk about image. The true image is in the inside, the image that God placed inside of you. If you're a born again believer and as God is in you, that's the true image. And what you need to focus on is understanding who you really are and appreciating that inner beauty. Now, there's a scripture, I think it's in Samuel, where it says that man looks at the outer appearance, where God looks at the heart. Now, oftentimes, people are going to judge you by the way you look. That's why you find so many women doing different things with the hair, especially African American. I find that the African American female does more things to the hair than any other race. And that's because they have this certain image to uphold. They want to look good all the time. There's nothing wrong with that, but do not destroy your hair for the sake of trying to make it look good.
So good. That is so good. And you know what, Tommy? I was about to call you Minister Tommy, because he is a minister, but I mean that ain't on this show right now, because we talking about the book. But what I'm saying is that is so true, because I see women that have beautiful long hair, and they so quick to put this wig or this weave in, and I go, why did you cover up your hair? And they go, well, because I can't do anything with my hair. I don't like my hair. And I'm like, you are so beautiful, don't you know? It's okay to wear weave. I'm not trying to bash weave, y'all. Don't think that. It's okay to wear, but don't let that become your every existence. A person can't even see the real you because you got all that covering up. God wonderfully created us. I just want y'all to know that. Okay? Our next person.
Hi, I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Number one, Erica, now, I know my hair is naturally thick, okay? But for me, it's like, I know it's like, it just constantly is dried out a lot there.
Okay.
And I do kind of work I do, I perspire a lot. So what can I do to help myself from my hair not being so dried out, and just when I wash it, it constantly comes out? What can I do to stop that?
Okay. Now, what type of products do you use on your hair before I answer the question?
Well, I use Tresemme shampoo, that's what I use.
Okay.
Then I go and buy the gel just to get it down and stuff there.
Okay. You said your hair is very thick?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, does your scalp produce a lot of oils, natural oil?
It can at times, let's say, in certain times, yeah.
Okay. Because your hair is thick, there's different types of shampoos. One of the shampoos that would be good for you is a moisturizing shampoo that's sulfate-free. Because your hair is very, very thick and have a tendency to be dry, especially going into the winter months, the hair is going to be drier. And if you're in an environment where, let's say if you're in an environment where there's a furnace inside, or there's no circulation of air, and it's very dry, you're going to have that experience with the dryness.
Right.
So what I would recommend is when you shampoo your hair, use a moisturizing shampoo that's sulfate-free.
So what kind of shampoo would you recommend?
Well, there's different shampoos on the market that you can purchase. I can't give you any one particular. Where do you purchase your products?
I usually go to either Walgreens or Pick and Save.
Okay, what I would recommend is consult with a professional. opposed to going to a Pick and Save or Walgreens, because you can pick up any bottle that says moisturizing shampoo. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's good for you. So what I would recommend is you go to a professional and have them to analyze your hair and to see what shampoo is going to work best for you. But in most cases, you need a moisturizing shampoo. Does your hair get very soiled with the kind of work you do?
You can say that, yeah, because I'm a volunteer for Hunger Task Force and Feeding America, so I'm constantly sweating like crazy.
Okay, then you need two types of shampoos. You need a shampoo that has like a peppermint scrub. And most men that, let's say auto mechanic, most men that do that kind of work, their hair gets very soiled. So you need a shampoo that's going to actually give you a deep cleansing to help remove all of the buildup from the hair, and then follow it with a moisturizer.
Oh, wow.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Wow. I did not know that. The next person.
My question is that in the wintertime when I wear scarves, when I looked at the label, it was rayon. And I noticed that in the winter that it takes my hair a little bit around the edges in the back. What can I do to prevent that?
Now, that's a very good question, because a lot of women have that problem. You'll find that in the wintertime, women are using rayon, anything with acrylic, wool, cotton, those type of fabric. Because they're heavy textures, they cut into the hair, especially African American hair. It cuts even Caucasian hair as well, but more so in African American hair. So what I would recommend is you invest in a silk or satin scarf to go around your coat collar. That will protect it, because silk and satin doesn't cling or pull the hair.
Okay.
So that'd be your best bet.
And one more quick question.
Okay.
My daughter, her hair is really thin, and it's natural, but it's thin, and it's like, it feels like a cotton ball. And it always looks dry, and it's like a sandy brown kind of color. What can I do to give it more moisture and
Now,
oils?
What is your routine with the hair? What are some of the things you do?
I
with your hair?
braid it. Sometimes I put it in a ponytail. I probably don't grease it as much as I should, but it seemed like when I do grease it, it sucks up all of the oil.
How old is she?
She is 10.
Okay. Now, believe it or not, you know what's causing the dryness?
What?
Cotton pillowcases.
Ah.
Because the hair is heavily textured, cotton absorbs the natural oils from the hair, even from a 10-year-old that sleep on a cotton pillowcase.
With thin hair.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What you need to do, you need to invest in a moisturizer, something that's going to moisturize the hair. Now, what grease does, grease sits on the top of the surface of the hair, so it's not really solving the problem. You need to invest in a moisturizing product that's going to absorb into the hair to keep the hair soft. The product should work from the inside out. And then what I would do, I would actually invest in a satin pillowcase so that you can keep it from being dry and brittle. That's really actually what's doing it.
Okay.
And make sure that you shampoo it every single week.
Okay.
Okay, take the break down and shampoo it. And not only that, with kids here, it's good to flake their scalp and give them a hot oil treatment, opposed to putting oil on their scalp. Give them a hot oil treatment. The best remedy for that is olive oil. What you do is you take olive oil, put it in a container, take a Q-tip, dip the Q-tip into it, and apply the oil with the Q-tip. Don't use your finger, because it would mimic a natural oil. And then place them under a hot dryer for about 10 to 15 minutes after you shampooed it. That will condition the scalp.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tommy, that was amazing. I did not know that. Wow. But unfortunately, we have to go to a commercial break, so we'll be right back at these messages. I did not know.
To the woman of my dreams, so beautiful. It's not as easy as it seems. She know God, but I've been looking for you, baby. Can't wait to become a team. Where you at, baby?
Getting closer every day, conscious of every hour. And when Satan bring that heat, I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on.
Hey ladies, Hips urges you to stop sabotaging your own weight loss before you even get started. Hips is health is priority seriously. Designed by Dr. Marion Oregon, OBGYN, board certified, and authored for people who are serious about losing weight right now before the new year. It's an easy 3-step approach to gaining the attitude, then losing the weight. Loving yourself to lose, eating your best to lose, and moving your hips to lose. Real weight loss that shows off the real beautiful you. All this plus more for the introductory cost of $35. Yes, only $35 for a limited time with limited seating. Don't give up on your weight loss yet. Don't wait. Call Dr. Mary in Oregon at 414-394-4281. That's 414-394-4281. Or email at cmc2oregon@wi.rr.com.
Welcome back. We're still talking to Tommy Arnez about his book, Image in the Mirror, and he was also answering questions from our live studio audience. And Tommy, again, I just want to say I thank you for being a part of the show. You have been amazing. You have answered so many questions of ours, and you have really enlightened us. And now we can truly walk into our destiny with education about our hair and understanding and feeling more confident about what God has allowed us to have and not feeling inferior of what people say about our natural tight curls, especially for myself. So thank you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And you're welcome on the couch at Walking in Your Destiny anytime. Correct, y'all?
Okay.
We can clap for that.
And thank you guys for having me.
And then also, if you haven't gotten this book, please get this book. This is a phenomenal book. Also, Christmas season is coming up. You can be a blessing to someone by getting this book. And if you happen to live in the Milwaukee area, this is Milwaukee owned, y'all. Milwaukee owned. We need to support this man here. And so I just, again, thank you. And so for those who are watching, might not know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you can know him today by just asking him to come into your heart. Because Jesus is such a wonderful man. He's a gentleman, and he loves us with an everlasting love. By repeating these beautiful words after me, dear Lord Jesus, I acknowledge I'm a sinner. Please come into my heart. I believe that you died on the cross for my sins, and you have risen again. And right now, you are sitting at the right hand of the Father. And Lord, I ask that you would be the head and ruler of my life. And if you have done this, we thank you. We welcome you into the family of God. And my prayer for you is that you will get to a church that will teach you and help you to walk in the ways God will have you to walk. And so that's what we want to offer you here at Walking in Your Destiny Christian Talk Show. And so again, we welcome you into the family of God. And so if you would like to be a part of our live studio audience, I just feel led to throw that out there. You can by contacting us at 1-866-277-3519, and you too can be a part of our live studio audience. So with this being said, we do have DJ Holmes here in the building. So y'all, that's right, give it up for him. He's gonna be singing his new hit CD.
Getting closer every day, conscious of every hour. And when Satan bring that heat, I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on.
Don't forget to tune in every Friday at 4 p.m. to WalkingInYourDestinyTalkShow.com. Stay connected with us and follow us on Twitter at WIYD Today or on Facebook on the Walking in Your Destiny Christian Talk Show page. And subscribe to the Shawna Whitehead channel on YouTube to watch all of your favorite episodes.
Welcome back to Walking in Your Destiny Christian Talk Show. And yes, like I said before we went to our commercial break, we do have him in the building. DJ Holmes, gospel recording artist, he's singing his song from his new hit CD, I'm On My Way.
What's up, what's up? Everybody stand up in the audience. Hey. Who in here on their way? Who in here on their way?
I'm on my way. 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 Yeah, I'm on my way. Everything in order, slowly gaining supporters. Working hard daily, I know soon I'll see rewards. But it's not the main goal for me. I'm really trying to live for Christ so you can see. Would it be like when you walk in the light, when you walk in at night, but your jewelry bright, but it complements your face when your face full of light, so you still got room when your situation tight, right? Keenan Churchville, I got you. That Holy Bible came out and I got two. And by the way I'm living, you know that they see proof that I'm reading it. Slowly getting like the people who be in it, yeah. And living for Christ is the only way. Take them out the picture, I don't have nothing else to say. Galatians 5:16, I live by it every day, waiting for an opportunity to serve God. Hey, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Getting closer every day, conscious of every hour. And when Satan bring that heat, I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron 2-3 on the back of me, killing these cats, now they obsolete. I'm going hard, getting daily bread. It's 10% when they taxing me. Represent Christ to the max of me. I'm ready now, it's no relaxing me. Everything I pay for, nothing free. I want the ball, I'm OD. Used to be my motive. Jay and Kanye, I had a verse for that Otis. I promise, I was on my way, far from that trust and obey. Boy, like that, pray to God, I see another day. Yeah, but saved by grace through faith. Look what it do. God for me, I know it's nothing I cannot do. I'm on my way, yeah, it won't be long. My bag's packed, but I don't know the day I'm going home. But inside my suitcase, you can see me living by the Spirit on display. And you can see I gave to the poor on that day. Just wanna put that well done speech on replay. Hey, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, getting closer every day, conscious of every hour. And when Satan bring that heat, I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. Let me hear you. I get my LeBron on. I'm on my way. What? 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 I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Yeah. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Hands in the air. 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 If you on your way, no God can make a way and provide great tomorrows if you don't give up today. But give him everything and watch him do the same. Don't underestimate the power in his name. I'm on my way. Yeah. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, getting closer every day, conscious of every hour. And when Satan bring the heat, I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I said I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. I get my LeBron on. Hands in the air, no powder. I know who holds the power. Thank y'all.
Come on over here. Give me a hug. I just love you, DJ Holmes.
Thank you. Love you too.
Y'all, this he is blowing up the charts. I'm serious. You know I'm telling the truth.
Yes, yes.
And I thank God for you because you a young man, y'all, in the city of Milwaukee, a young man that's on fire for the Lord. You could be doing anything else. Come on, y'all, let's give it up for that. Be doing anything else, but you choose to sing your praises in the style of hip-hop rap for the Lord. And I want to say that, yeah, let's clap to that. That needs to be celebrated. And I want to say that you guys, you need to get this CD. When I tell you, my daughter be tripping on me because she said, Mama, you act like you 20. I said, let me tell you something, boo. I feel 20. The new 40 is the new 20. So I'll be bumping this in my car because I'll be like, I'm on my way. Hey, real talk. So you guys need to get this CD. It's amazing. I just love it. So my first question for you is, what day did this project come out? Because I remember when it came out.
Right. July 23rd.
Okay,
July
of this year,
23rd.
right?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
y'all.
iTunes. It's on iTunes, Amazon.
And I know I'll be seeing your video just all over. I see your video all over. And what's the website? Because I know you said a little bit.
Right. DJ Holmes, IKnowGod.com.
All right, y'all. So we need to get this. How much is your CD?
It's $10 on iTunes. Might be a little cheaper on Amazon.
Okay. All right. All righty. Okay. So, how long were you working on this project?
It's been about 2 years in the making. 2 years. I also want to mention that I do have other free music on the website.
Right.
DJ Holmes, IKnowGod.com. But I've been working on this for about 2 years, and it's just been a long process.
And I know also you've been featured on Channel 24.
Yes.
Yes, that music video, y'all, you got to see his music video. It is off the chain. And the thing about it that I'm just so excited about, because y'all, our young people are really being attacked in today's society, and to see a young man that is just really changing the message around, he's still rapping, he's still giving it to what the people want to hear, but he's saying something positive. So that's what I'm saying. I just love that, and I remember when you were younger at church and everything, and I just see how God is just really doing some things in your life, and I just want to say thank you.
Amen.
You continue to let God use you and show your light so this world can be changed around and continue to walk in their destiny as well.
Amen.
So we're going to support you here on this show, so we need to get your music. And then also one more quick question, and then we done. What's your favorite song on this CD? Because I know mine is number one.
Number one, Grind,
Yes.
I Be On.
Ooh, I love that song. Yeah, I can't help myself. I'm telling you.
That's probably the most accurate, but yeah, definitely. Probably Grind, I Be On, and Joy. Yeah.
I like that one song. I think it's number 11, about when you were saying that you waiting on your wife or some kind of woman you want.
Oh, Woman of My Dreams.
Oh, have mercy. I'm serious. I mean, I love that song too.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, I be feeling like, hey. My daughter be looking at me like, I said, look, I'm bumping the Christian music.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
So I just,
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to say that. I love that.
Thank
That's
you.
real talk. Bro.
Thank you.
Okay, amen. So, again, we want to thank you for being on the show.
Most definitely.
We want to thank Tommy Arnez again for being on the show, and he's just like a walking encyclopedia when it comes to hair. I mean, that's just real talk. So again, we thank you. And please, you all, get his book. For those who are in the studio audience, he does have a table here. He has books. Also, DJ Hines here has his CD. We want to support DJ Holmes. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the Hines family. I'm just saying. And they shook their head back there. See, I be tripping too sometimes, but I'm just saying this is real talk. That's what we talking about. So again, we want to thank you, DJ, and also my dear friend, Dr. Oregon. She's just still here with us. She's a part of our family. I want to thank her for her book that's coming out in her conference, and we also want to support her. She'll be coming on this show in July, and January, sorry, all those J's, and she'll be coming on real soon. So we're going to support her book and also showcase what she's doing. So again, don't forget, you all, to tune in every Friday at 4 p.m. and watch our shows, because we do real talk, and we want to make sure that here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we can get syndicated. Is that a good thing? That's a great thing, because people here are phenomenal. And then one more other thing, we also want to say congratulations to our Positively Milwaukee, our honoree, Dr. Pamela King from the Pain Management Treatment Center, for making a difference for those around you. We love you and continue to do what you do. So I want y'all to have a blessed week, and remember to keep it real. And DJ Holmes is gonna take us out.
Yeah.
Now this is my song right here, so I'm gonna keep it real now. I'm gonna
Man
kick
who
off
finds
this
a
shoe.
wife finds a good thing. So I've been thinking about you, baby. I've been praying for you lately, for your spiritual walk and also for your safety. I can't wait for you to be my starlight Mason. Yeah, I'm so crazy, but so far from lazy. And I'ma give you my all. Can't promise Mercedes and having the latest greatest, but I can promise my baby's father remain with his lady. Yeah, and it's all about you, girl. I'm here for you until the day that I leave this world. We will get stronger daily like doing a bicep curl. And you so fancy, baby, like an art designer swirl. And so devoted to your studies like me with ministry. So we often close in, call it penitentiary. Trying to change the world, what you got less than a century. Can I be part of your documentary? To the woman of my dreams, it's not as easy as it seems, but I've been looking for you, baby. Can't wait to become a team. To the woman of my dreams, to the woman of my dreams, to the woman of my dreams, to the woman of my dreams. Good character, come from a Christian home. I can see it now, us getting along. Her depending on me, no need of a loan. Good wife and mother, inside and out the home. Good lover, whenever we in the zone. Content with what we have, we don't often see the Joneses. They're too busy working for all their belongings. Followed by complaining and moaning, yeah, right back to it. They said we couldn't do it, we turn our back to it. Don't have nothing to prove, to die is the game. Don't have nothing to lose, only you to win in my life. Come on in, that's right, that's right. I'ma fight for us, I'ma be your knight. Only you to win in my life. Come on in, that's right, that's right. I'ma be your knight, alright. To the woman of my dreams, it's not as easy as it seems, but I've been looking for you, baby. Can't wait to become a team. To the woman of my dreams, hey, to the woman of my dreams, to the woman of my dreams, to the woman of my dreams. Are you ready for all this loving? I see you blushing. Didn't know I was this type of guy, that's cause I'm never rushing. I'm ready for it all, the laughing and the fussing. And you trying to get the last word of the discussion. To the woman of my dreams, it's not as easy as it seems, but I've been looking for you. Can't wait to become a team.